just finna go ramble because I haven't done a live in a while. Because right now is my style. It's my style for the files. I'm finna go ahead and really get Kyle so he can really get a freaking bile. Or is it a vial? I don't know. I might as well go with this freaking tile and lay it down and all around up on the ground. Can't even stop me now because I'm coming in so hard from the ground so far. But these rhymes ain't subpar. Right now I'm in a car doing whatever from the start. And I'ma just speak facts. And if you don't agree, then just go to that back. And just beat it. Beat it. No. Beat it. Or do whatever. Mm. You know, I just want to ramble on about random things. Maybe slaves can be free. And it's really that one because of the video I've seen. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. There was one that uplifted me, and there was one that invoked a certain similar feeling that many of my fellow brethren feel. Right? And it's for the right reasons. It really stems from that. If I was in that situation type of deal, I wouldn't let that happen to me. That's really where it stems from. Like, let me go set my phone up so I can really convey this to you all. It isn't. I'm not even gonna say it's imperative. It is really freaking universal how so many African Americans have that feeling of I wouldn't let this happen to me. And yet they are letting it happen to them on some sort of level. They choose to be passive. I would say we, but my bloodline is already half and half is mixed. But African Americans choose to be in the same exact position that they said that they wouldn't be in. Right? And it depends on how you look at it. If you claim you're free, then hey, you're free. But if at the exact same time, if you claim you're free, but your freedom is truly dictated on whether or not you pay your bills on, or on whether or not that your quote unquote job is paid for by your employer, whether or not race is really involved, then you truly aren't free. You're still a slave. It's just that the slave owners have been replaced to the point where now people of our own skin tones can become the slave owners. Those into which being the business owners and the ones who run these companies. The business owners, CEOs, the leaders of banks, etc., politicians. Those are the new slave owners. Really, they've been slave owners. It's just that when we got our freedom, we just didn't really see it as that until we settled in and conformed into what we see right now. So again, it's not any of our faults though. It's the, and I won't say it's the fault of the system. It's the ones who choose to abuse this system that really cause this system to be more of a slave thing. Meaning, yes, this system is very good for the modern society. And I wouldn't even say there's nothing inherently wrong with it, aside from the tax system. The only issue that there is are the people at the top. And that's still giving them the power. At the end of the day, we are the ones that have the power to say, no, I don't want this to happen. They don't want this to happen. We don't want this to happen. So let's make a change. And when we don't get that change, we have to show them what happens when we don't get that change. We'll either separate from the system or we'll have resistance. And if they gain resistance, then we taint, I wouldn't say we taint their name, but we show others exactly what happens when we try to get the same thing that they have or that we just want, simply put. we show people exactly what happens when we try to get the same exact thing that they have. And they see the others, whether it's our foreign nations, brethren, or anyone on the outskirts of our own political situation, they see clearly exactly how messed up and screwed up our own government is, our American government is, to the point, right? And I cannot say and I cannot speak until I go and experience this for myself. I have to go and experience what it is like for other people internationally to experience someone of African American descent. However, it is to my knowledge that the only ones who are just blatantly. See, I was gonna keep on talking, but nah. Y'all want to stop this? Screw it. Give me my blankie. Give me my blankie. Meaning, it doesn't even matter if a person is of African American descent. If they have a dark skin complexion or something of brown skin, similar to something like a Middle East or something similar to that, Middle Eastern, Mexican, Guatemalan, etc., it doesn't matter. The purpose and point being that I truly believe that everyone internationally, and I believe this truly and wholeheartedly, that everyone internationally is for us. Meaning that when we go from this country, we are just accepted for who we are. We are not seen as a skin color or a skin tone. There we go. There we go. You see how they trying to stop this live? See how they trying to stop this live? That's how. Meaning that's just heavy confirmation. Any and everyone who is, and I do mean any and everyone who is international, those are the ones that are for us. And I'm gonna constantly say that. Like, anybody who says otherwise, they are just ops, because you will have other people who our own government say are evil, who will welcome us with open arms. You have people in Guatemala, Brazil, Argentina, Africa. Man, I would even go as far as to say Japan, China, possibly Russia, possibly. And here's the heavy kicker. I would even go as far as to say Italy and Norway. You have so many other countries and nations that will welcome people. No matter if you are African American descent or any type of brown skin, they will welcome you with open arms. Yet you have people in the US of A who are just so prejudiced. And not even just people. To put it specifically, to target in on this, politicians that are against it. Politicians that are against it. Politicians who actively say, hey, we are doing this for this, that, and the third, but there is a hidden agenda behind it. Meaning it is very prejudice oriented. Meaning your reasoning seems like you're trying to involve race into this. And I'm trying so hard to not mix race into my point. But it seems to me like you can't escape it, because society keeps on preaching, hey, we're not free because there's still prejudice, this, that, and the third. We have the technology to leave, and we have the technology to build where we're at right now. So for you to say that we are not free, I would counter and say, are we not free because of what America is offering us right now? Or are we not free because we are too afraid to take it back? That is my only question. Like, are we truly free? Or are we just scared to take our freedom back, to take our rights back? Not even our freedom, just take our rights as a free being. Because we are already free. Let me stop with that, because that, you see what I'm saying? That is a filler word. I gotta go take that one out. Freedom is a human right.
And when a being tries to encroach on that, that is when resistance from you personally has to be taken. Complaining, talking, and peaceful protests can work, but only to a freaking point. Which is why, again, I will always say I will side with Malcolm X before I side with MLK. I rock with MLK, there's no issue with MLK. At the same time, someone who be about that action, that's all I can say. Someone who be about that action, who say, I'm not finna let you do this to me. I don't know why that feels way more powerful than a person who's of a peaceful articulation, for a better lack of a word for what I'm trying to convey. And to be honest, I may be pure hearted and I may be a man of God and a man of faith, but I ain't no Jesus. I'm gonna continue to say that because there are some things that I just will not do. no matter no matter how pure hearted I am. And I accept that about myself. I accept the fact that I have a dark side. So what? My dark side is here to protect me, to protect my light. So when someone who is trying to bring race and discrimination towards me, that's when my dark side step in. That dark side is what they fear. That is what they fear. They fear that cunning inside of us, that intelligence inside of us. That is what they fear. That is it. This is why people say that they fear those with intelligence, because those who have it can use it to its full extent. Hence Jafar and Scar, those who actually succeed in exactly what they got. Those who are cunning and were able to take them out from the inside. And they prevent that by saying, oh, you can't come in here at all. Meanwhile, the ones you're saying, hey, welcome in, my brothers, those are the same exact ones that'll snake you out. Like, it's really hilarious when you really think about it. No matter which race that you really look at, there is always somebody that'll betray you. You'll even look at it in the mafia. The mafia in the African American communities with the Black Panther Party, even some business people that are of Caucasian descent. Like, do y'all not realize that, oh, because of this system that we're in, we cannot see how similar and how different we are. We are so similar into the fact that we have people who share our views and points and standing in how human civilizations are supposed to be structured. Yet we also have similarities into which there are people of our color who can betray us. And that is why I still have faith in humanity. Humans are so complex in nature. Our blessing is our mental state and our emotions, and our curse is our mental state and our emotions. That is our blessing and our curse. Because if you abuse these two towards yourself and others, that is when you will get backlash, and that is when you will retaliate and try to be a controlling, narcissistic type of person who sees the world in a twisted type of way instead of seeing everything as connected, confirmation. It is imperative that we see how human beings are just that, humans. We are not our color. We are not our sex. We are not our gender. We are not our beliefs. We are who we are when certain situations come up. Meaning, if the apocalypse happened, let's go into the extreme. If the apocalypse happened, are you gonna stick by me, help me out, ground me? And am I gonna do the same for you? And are we gonna keep each other stable until we get through this? Or are you going to be that type of person who is going to manipulate, who is going to try to take advantage of this system, who's trying to be a dictator, who's trying to take control just because he could, because it's the wild, wild west out here? That is who you are at your core. Like when this system breaks, that is what becomes revealing of you. It reveals your character, who you are at the end of the day, your mask being broken, what you were trying to hide, your flaws, your strengths, your weaknesses. Those are who you are. Matter of fact, you're not even your strengths or your weaknesses. That's just another layer in itself. But as this physical body that we call a human, that we pilot because we're aware of, who you are when these situations happen and how you respond and react to those situations translates to who you are as a human being. That has always been true. No matter what reality it is, no matter which earth it is. So the next time someone brings race into it, let them know this. We are in a system that leverages that against those who benefit from it and those who don't benefit from it. We are in a system that abuse that. And when you take a step back and realize that there are people who think the same way of other people, no matter if they're twisted or they're of the pure and divine light, that is when you can really realize that humanity can be saved. It comes with the clarity of there are people, no matter if your skin is dark or white, that will snake you out. And there are people that no matter if your skin is dark or white, who will actually care for you when the moment comes. Not everybody is the same. And when you start seeing the entire human race like that, now you start to see how communities can be formed. Not based on your sex, not based on your religion, not based on who you are as a gender, as a color, or any of that. Not even your age, but just who you are as a person. That, at the end of the day, is how we can truly elevate beyond this level of society consciousness that we're at right now. When people realize that we are way more than what societies say that we are, that is when we grow. And I'm gonna end it at that. Like, oh my God. Intermission before I end this off, man. Okay, Emma Bonico, what's goody? DNT, thank you for the wave. Epic Footy, what's goody? Ooh, bars. And I always get to y'all comments, but it's at the end of the live. Only reason being, I gotta get my point across. And it allows me to really get my point across. While yes, I do miss y'all comments, I also miss the haters' comments too. And luckily enough, no haters came in today, so yay. And as always, stay peaceful, blessed up, miracle up, and know that you will appreciate what's taken care of by divine one of our higher source God, as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and deeply cares about you deeper than their souls. I always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here. If no one else does, we do. I do. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're always here to care for you and to nurture you as a human being. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. Community tab is always on my YouTube. Hit it up. But you do have to subscribe. I noticed that you have to subscribe first. I don't know why, but that's just a feature that has to happen for this community thing. I'm gonna see if I can change it though. Because I know some of you, especially myself with other channels, like we will watch a channel without subscribing. And I don't want you to feel like you have to subscribe to me to be a part of this community. You don't have to subscribe. All you have to do is tune in every single day. As long as you show up, it doesn't matter if you subscribe, unsubscribe, this, that, and the third. As long as you show up just for the vibes, you're always welcome here. And as always, you're loved either by me, the high source, or yourself. And you deserve to be alive, okay? Okay! Don't forget to smile and come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. And as always, a shape he sailed adios.